Hey guys, so welcome to another episode of Richie's Gaming Gadgets and Gizmos. So due to popular demand, I have decided to do a comparison video of my GPD collection. So what you see here are a collection of GPD ultra mobile PCs, gaming systems and hybrids. So if you want portability and you want a very small portable computing platform and you want your gaming as well combined into one little device, you have a family here of devices that can give you that. Each has its own strengths and different use cases. So this will be a four-part video. So in part one, we're going to be looking at the recently launched GPD Pocket Ultra Mobile PC. Now this comes in two flavors, Windows 10 and Ubuntu. So as you can see here, this is the Windows 10 version, right? So let's look at this in a bit more detail. The GPD Pocket is the ultimate ultra mobile PC. This is the latest device to come out from GPD. This device is ideal if you're an IT person, you're into programming, or even if you just need to get access to your Office documents and whatnot, or Microsoft Office on the go, or pretty much if you're into using PC applications and you need a working keyboard and you need that portability. This definitely would be the device for you. Now, what I love to talk about more specifically is the processor on this thing. So the GPD Pocket has an Intel Atom X7 Z8750 quad-core processor, and it has a base frequency of 1.6 gigahertz, right? And it can actually burst up to 2.56 gigahertz, which is great when it really needs to up its horsepower when playing like high-end games, like for example maybe Gears of War. Which I have tested on this already. It works okay, and other games like Mortal Kombat XL I've put on this thing and that works pretty well as well. But yeah, this little device can actually handle a couple of high-end games. When it comes to storage, as you can see right now on the side here, there are no ports for a micro SD card, but no worries, it does come with 128 gigabytes of eMMC ROM. And it does have 8 gigabytes of RAM. Now normally you would find devices of this particular category only having 4 gigabytes of RAM, but thank you guys at GPD, you actually thought ahead, and you know that there's some big applications that we may want to have with us on the go, so they give us 8 gigabytes of RAM. Looking at the aesthetics, it does have an Apple style keyboard. It looks very much like the keyboard on a MacBook Pro, for example, or a MacBook Air. One of the things to note though is because of the size, they had to change the size on make some of the keys smaller, like the caps key for example, and what may be a bit disconcerting is that the space bar is actually two buttons, which may take getting used to when you're using it. And then the Alt and Control keys here are a little smaller and different to the Alt on this side and Control key on this side. And one of the small difference that you may need to get used to is that the function keys are in the second row, right? They're not on the top. And then one other small thing is that occasionally when I press the backspace, I've pressed the power button by mistake to turn it off. So you have to get used to the fact that the power button's up here on the top right hand side and not the backspace key. But other than that, it's actually a fully functioning keyboard that you can use. Now, one of the things I got this mainly for is for my productivity. Yes, I do like gaming, but I do have Microsoft Office on this, and as you can see, I have Word open here, and this is a great mini laptop. So excuse my typing. I don't type really fast like a professional typer, but as you can see, you can type with the GPD Pocket quite easily. Right, so you can actually type on this thing, and I have regular size man hands, and one of the things I found with the Sony Vaio, which came out a couple years ago, it had a smaller form factor, a screen, and yeah, it could run Microsoft Office, but because the screen was so squished down, it was really hard to look at even simple like word processing apps like Word, for example, or use Excel, because the screen was had a very low profile. This lovely 7-inch screen It's roughly the size of a normal 7-inch tablet. You can actually use productivity tools like Office, and you can see the graph, see the words, and you can actually use this. And so it can be, and again, it comes in very handy for I guess for me, I love using Office on this. But if you're a programmer and you're into IT, this is great too for troubleshooting. A great troubleshooting tool to have with you in your pocket. So, as an IT professional, instead of walking around with a huge laptop, you can have this little thing with you, and you can get your work done. So, one of my favorite apps on this is Excel. Again, if you're looking for a great productivity tool, this is Excel. So, I normally use a little mouse. So you can get I have a little wireless mouse here, a little Logitech. This is the M187. So I'm just using that with the GPD Pocket here, and I'm just creating a simple table here just to show you how easy it is to use. Excuse me, my spelling kind of sucks there. Use this. I'm just creating a simple table here: red, blue, green, yellow. Right, and whoa, my spelling really sucks. Excuse me, guys. Right, there you go. As an example. Put some numbers here, 23, 46, let's make that 65, let's make that 20. Alright, this is a simple table here. Alright, it's so easy to get, navigate your way around. You can change the look and feel of the table here. Okay, just make these all the same size, like that, and there you go. So that's a simple table. Let's make it, there you go. Let's create a little graph there. Insert a graph. Let's make it columns. Yeah, why not? So there you go. Let's put that over there. So this is my, let me just format this, merge everything together here. Or should I, yeah, just merge cells, and I call this my color report. Alright, and let's do that, and boom. There's my color report. If I add some colors, make a nice little gray title there. There you go, see? Right, so easy. So I did that in a couple of minutes. Now if you're a real professional of Excel, of course you can do this much faster, but I just wanted to demo how easy it is to use productivity tools on the GPD Pocket. I love this thing. Now, yes, it's great for watching movies and consuming great content like Netflix, for example. I mean, a lot of times I have to fight for the large screen TV in the house, but now with this, I can actually, find a little corner of the house and I can watch my favorite movies on Netflix. And yes, on this great, gorgeous 7-inch screen, the movies on this thing look really, really good. Now, it does come with a 7,000 mAh battery. It's non-removable, right, as you can see from the back here. But they do say, GPD does say that you can get about 12 hours of normal usage with this. I have been watching and binge watching Netflix, and I haven't really done stress tests in terms of how long can I watch movies before the battery dies. But I must tell you, I have at least gotten about at least 3+ hours of movie watching, and I still had quite a bit of charge left. What I will do is actually run it right till the end, until the battery dies, and then I can give you my updated number. But right now it does do pretty well. Again, 7,000 mAh battery in this thing is great. So again, the screen, a little bit more on the screen. It does have 323.45 pixels per inch, which is up there with like the Retina display type screens you find on the high-end MacBooks. So that's pretty decent. And the screen is Corning Gorilla Glass 3. So yeah, this thing is kind of scratch resistant. Here's a typical movie, and as you can see here, it looks pretty darn decent. Now it does come with Realtek ALC 5645 loudspeakers, built-in stereo speakers. It does have a built-in mic as well, so it's great for Skype calls and everything. And from a comms perspective, it does have Bluetooth. Thank you very much, Bluetooth 4.1. Oh, and it does support Wi-Fi, of course, and it's dual band as well, so 2.4 and 5 gigahertz frequencies are supported. Now looking at the interfaces on this thing, yes, here on the side we do have a USB Type-C port, which is great for charging your device as well as data transfer. It does have a USB, let me just take this out, a USB 3.0 port right here, Type A, and it does have here, this is an HDMI D-type video interface, and of course we have our 3.5mm audio jack, which is very important. Comes in handy when you want to watch your content while on a plane and you need some privacy. This jack comes in very handy. Now it does have this nice heat sink heat vent right here. What I like about this is that because it does have a relatively powerful processor in its class, it does have an air intake right here, right? And then the exhaust comes out here, so it cools down your CPU. So yes, there is a built-in fan as well. And just looking at it, it does look like a mini Apple device. Has that aluminium body, very clean look. Nothing on this side. We have the vent at the bottom here, and then we have a vent here. We just have our ports here on the side, but a very simple build, very high-end look, and it does, you know, have a nice weight to it. Speaking of weight, it weighs about 480 grams, and the size is 180 millimeters from left to right, so 18 centimeters, and then 10.6 centimeters width-wise, or 106 millimeters, and 18.5 millimeters thick, right? Or 1.85 centimeters if you want to get technical. Now, of course, what's a review without talking about gaming? The GPD Pocket, because of its pretty powerful processor, tons of storage, and gorgeous screen, this is great for gaming as well. Now, unlike the GPD WIN, which we're going to talk about shortly, this doesn't have a built-in gamepad, but you know what? It does support Bluetooth, so why not use your favorite gamepad to play with the GPD, Pocket, right? So any of your favorite gamepads, controllers, you can, connect up, and you can just have to play. So on the downside, yes, you have to work on an extra piece of hardware if you're on the go, but trust me, playing your favorite game on a nice portable, ultra-mobile PC like this with your favorite gamepad, it's a great experience. The GPD Pocket comes in two flavors, Windows 10 or Ubuntu, and depending on the model that you get, the OS is pre-installed, which is great. So that was the review of the GPD Pocket. Again, just a quick summary. If you're an IT person or a programmer, this is perfect for you. You can walk around, you can actually use this keyboard. If you're a professional who's on the road, this is great as well. You can have Microsoft Office in your pocket. You can use use the keyboard. You can use there's also a little there's no trackpad, but you have this little nub here that you can use to navigate as a mouse, and you have two mouse buttons on here as well. Or you can just get an external mouse and use. It's all good. But if you again, if you need access to your apps on the road, this is great for you as well, because you can use this keyboard and the process is pretty decent. You can run most Windows applications, and of course you can play games. Anyway, so next is the review of the GPD WIN, which would be in part 2 of this video. So stay tuned. Bye bye. Hey everybody. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Now I'm going to ask you to do two things before you leave. One, there's a button right up here on the screen to my right here. Click on that and that will take you to our website, www.redtechbot.com. When you get on that site, there will be a button there where you can actually sign up for our newsletter. And when you do sign up for our newsletter by entering in your email address, you will automatically be entered into all of our tech giveaways. And by tech giveaways, these are some typical examples of what we will be giving away, and these are some examples. There's other stuff as well. And the good news is, you just have to enter your email address once, and it will automatically be entered into the pool every time we do a draw. And we will use that email address, of course, to contact the winner, to tell them, hey, you've won something, and it's really cool. And of course, the newsletter will have updates on tech reviews, what's coming up new, what's coming up next. New stuff in the industry, and even information on future giveaways, right? So it's really nice newsletter that we're going to be sending out. And one other thing is, on this side on the screen here, up here on my left, you click on that and you will subscribe to the channel. Now by subscribing, of course, you will be at the forefront of any new things that are happening, any new videos that are coming out. And what I will also be doing is I'll be doing videos where I'll be talking about what we're going to be doing as a next giveaway, right? So you want to be subscribed, tuned in to that as well. So it's going to be a fun year and fun years to come as well. So yeah, that being said, you guys have a great day.